Hello, and welcome to this video. And on this video, we are going to discuss a lot on the career break, what to say to the recruiter when you are on a cold call with the recruiter, and so many things. Okay, so stay with me till the end. Okay, so have you been on a career break like for 3 years, 2 years, 5 years, and maybe the reason might be family, personal, maybe you wanted to study, maybe you just wanted to take a pause, maybe because of mental reason, maybe your boss was toxic, maybe something else. Okay, maybe you were family planning, and you have kids, maybe maternity, maybe spouse relocated, and there may be n number of reasons. Okay, and now you are ready with, you are wanted to come back, and you are worried, you are really worried that what will happen if I talk with the recruiters, and what will they judge. I mean, when you say them, what will you say them? First of all, you are worried about that, and second thing, you're worried about, if I will say something, what will the recruiter, how will be he react, or how will he or she judge me. Okay, and let me tell you something very important, that you are not alone. I have seen so many people who have to taken a break for their families, or for whatever reason. Okay, but still they have so much to offer. Okay, and in this video I'm going to tell you that you can explain your gap confidently and still get hired, even if you are, maybe you completed your studies and then you took a break, and you thought that no, right now I'm not ready for the job, and maybe you have worked for 2 years, 3 years, and now you have taken a break. Whatever the reason may be, let's discuss this step by step and understand how, what are recruiter ready to listen, or really they expect from you. Okay, and by the way, I am Neha Seth, career revival coach, and I have worked with a lot of people right now. I've worked with job seekers just like you, and I've seen engineers, IT people, procurement people, sales, everybody. So I worked with a lot of people, and I've understood one thing. They may have taken a break for their aging parents, or maybe to raise their kids, or for any personal reason. They all felt the same fear. Okay, and they have that fear that, will anybody hire me again? Okay, let me break that fear for you, and I will share you how you can explain your gap in a positive way. Okay, and number two, I will going to explain you the real formulas to stand out in the interviews, even after having a break. And in the last, I'm going to share you some bonus thing, which is like, I can share you the three books I've been reading. I've been helping people rebuild their brand and rebuild their confidence and job search strategies and everything. Okay, now let's understand how to explain your career gap and what to say when, even if you did nothing during the gap, even if you did not take up any course or not do any freelance or project, or nothing during your gap, maybe for any number of reason. Okay, now you can still craft a beautiful answer to that and beautiful narrative to that. And the first thing I wanted to tell you is that, be honest. Okay, be honest, don't fake it. Okay, and number two, focus on your readiness, that you are ready now for the new job. Okay, and then show your positive attitude, like, your first impression, that you are ready, and now you are keen to come back. Okay, now let me tell you a simple formula which you can use. Let me tell you that how you should frame your narrative. Okay, and it should be like, I took a break for personal reason, but now I'm fully ready, and I'm focused to return to my work, whatever your niche is, whatever your job is, and I'm actively learning now and excited to apply my skills to this new opportunity. Okay, so likewise, if you show your passion, that, and number two, if you show that you're fully ready now, ready for starting, ready to learn, ready to grow, then the recruiter is going to accept it, definitely. Okay, Now, how to handle the cold calls. So for example, you got a call from a recruiter, and when they ask about your gap, the first step is acknowledge the gap. Acknowledge it. Okay, it's okay, you have taken a break. Yes, I've taken a break for family reason. Okay, don't um, first thing is, don't show the fear, don't show that you are you're doubting yourself, don't show that. Okay. Number two is, show your readiness, that now I'm ready to work, and I'm excited also, I'm excited to learn, I'm excited to grow. And then number three step is, just end with a question. And that is a very bonus thing, that's a very interesting thing. If you create that, please share me about what is the role, what you're looking at, so that I can show you how I can be a good fit. Okay. Now, see that if you talk about, okay, thank you for calling, yes, I had a career gap, and that was due to my family or due to my spouse relocated, whatever the genuine reason it might be. Okay. Then tell them, I'm quite ready now, I'm fully ready now to start fresh. Okay. And I've always loved working in this field, or I can learn quickly. So show your readiness. Okay. And then you just pose a question. Could you please share what skills exactly you're looking for? I would love to show that how I can help your team. Okay. Now, why this whole script or this whole narrative works actually? Number one thing is honest. So you're not hiding the gap. You are owning it. Yes. You are owning it and you are being honest. And authenticity always, always wins. Number two is, why this is helping is that you're being positive. You're focusing on today, not the past. Okay. And the last thing why this narrative is helping you is that you are engaging. So you are turning the conversation to the job, showing that now you are eager. So I remember once I was working with one of my clients, okay, and she took a break and to take care of her father, and his father had a stroke, and she was worried that how would recruiters see her gap, not her dedication. So I told her, be honest and be positive. Instead of saying that I was just at home, share that I took time to take care of my father and I stayed with him, and that was a requirement of the time. And then you can tell that I was connected to my field through courses, or if even if you have not done the courses, be honest whatever you have done, honest and real. Because honesty, number one, and being human to human connection is very important for the recruiters, and they really really respect that. I have myself been a recruiter, I know that. Okay. So another thing is that show the personal growth. Show that I managed time. Okay, I managed time, I handled tough situation, and I was patient, I was really calm during my that that pressure, that family pressure, everything, and I'm ready to bring those same skills to my work now. Recruiters love seeing that even if you were not in a formal job, you were learning, you were growing, and they love your honesty. Okay. Now let's talk about what you can do today to increase your chances. Okay. And I have seen simple steps working wonders for people. Exactly. Wonders. Okay. In even if they had this exact situation. Okay. Now always highlight your projects, whatever you have helped, even if you have helped your some relative in their shop as well, or maybe any kind of work you have done, just mention that. So now most of the people I counsel many people, right? So one of those I was counseling, and she was telling me that Neha, I took break because I was feeling very monotonous in my current job. And I was feeling very monotonous, sending the same project files and everything to the same kind of clients, and I was feeling like this is a kind of thing I don't want to do it for the rest of my life. And then I asked her, okay, then why did you to take a break? So she said, because of this, but then I did my MBA. And after doing MBA, now I'm quite certain I have clarity that I'll be going ahead with the marketing job. Okay, I said, okay. So now she's saying, Neha, can you tell me how to frame this narrative? So I said, never criticize your previous thing or previous employer or everything. Okay, so maybe you can tell that. So in this complete narratives, make sure that you're not complaining, blaming anybody, because that's not anybody is going to appreciate. Okay, so focus on your learnings, focus on your growth, and talk about not exactly about your backstory. Always talk about future first. Okay, and why are you now ready to come back? So work on that statement, that why are you now very keen to or very enthusiastic to come back. Okay, that's very important. Okay, even if you have done anything during your gap, just mention that, just own that gap, but then never talk much about it. Okay, now next thing is very important, that always update your LinkedIn. Update it about what you are doing, or what you have done previously, or what kind of role you are seeking for, and optimize it, because LinkedIn is a gold mine. I have been talking about that a lot in my videos, that LinkedIn is a gold mine. Make sure that it's more than a resume. It's more than a resume because it can tell a lot big stories, right? And the things which you cannot mention in your resume, you can mention it in your LinkedIn. And it, of course, is it's digital, and recruiters and hiring managers can see your LinkedIn very much. Okay, and another thing is that use very simple and clear words. Okay, don't say that I was unemployed, and I don't say that I did nothing. Instead of that, you can say that I paused my career to support my family. Even that these words matter, guys. These words matter. I was unemployed, I took a always talk about that futuristic thing, that career comeback statement. Okay, and always talk about how eager you are, how excited you are to start new now. Okay, and also you're eager to learn more about the things going on in the market. Okay, and now the most important thing is that whenever I used to feel stuck, or whenever I used to crave for the new ideas, I just turn to new books. Okay, I just go on Amazon and order a few books for myself, and that's what I believe, that it's my investment. Keep on investing on myself and my learnings, and this is what I'm going to share with you all also, that books are your best friends. They are your best friends, or maybe you can say that your quiet friends, giving you all the kind of advices and everything, and real advices, practical things. And let me tell you that I can share right now three books. However, I have a lot of recommendations, but then I can share three books with you that have really helped me and indirectly to my clients, because this is the complete learning I've shared with my clients also. In any way, in giving the clarity, in finding that confidence and direction, being that compass even after a career gap. So the first book is that the 60 Seconds and You Are Hired by Robin Ryan. So this is the book. Okay, and I've read this completely. It's amazing what to do, what not to do, and why this book was special for me. Even today, I keep on opening it and learning again and again, and it gives very powerful answers to even tough interview questions. Okay, and if you are feeling very nervous about how to explain your 5 year gap, it really helped me. So it really helped me. I used to fumble when someone asked me tough questions. Why did you take a break? Why should we hire you? And this book completely cleared all the doubts, and it gives the clues on how to give the answers, how to really be confident while giving the answers. Okay, and it helped me. It really helped me. So if you are scared about interviews, or you don't know how to make that storytelling, or how to bring that narrative in a positive story, this book is going to help you, and help you build that confidence. And just read that. Okay. The second book I want to refer is that What Color Is Your Parachute. This is the book, and I bought it 2 years back. And you know why this book is so special? It's a very old book. I mean, it has been coming from so many years, and it is a job search guide. And let me tell you that there are, so this is a big book, okay? So there are so many pages, and it helped me figure out what I really want to do. Okay, and that's the most important thing, right? Right? Not that something you need not work on the trending jobs. You need to work on what is good for you, what is as per your strength, as per your aptitude, as per your attitude, as per, even the book talks about your employer, how about your workplace. So it talks about a lot about your personality as well. So that's a really good book. It helps you find the job that is fit for you, because no, it is said that you spend one third of your life doing jobs, and if you're not happy there, then what's the point doing the job? Yeah. So when I was lost in the career gap, I ordered this book, and this book helped me a lot. And I could see that jobs are not just meant for a money or a paycheck, or even for that matter, jobs are not for the titles. They are about what are you passionate about, what is your strength, what is your skills, and most importantly, what are your values. So means, what do you prioritize the most? Okay. So even if you are introvert, extrovert, whatsoever, so it changed how I used to look at the opportunities. Or in fact, how many people, most of the job seekers, they see the opportunity just like this: how much will be the salary, what will be the title, and all that stuff. While this book talks very different perspective. Okay. And it made me feel like very very confident in choosing the right kind of work. And it helped me overall, because it gives a holistic view of all the things in your job search strategy. And that feels like more of a guide, like not guessing or doing anything else. Okay. So just order this book. You can get this from Amazon, and it's an amazing book. And the third book I want to refer it to you is about the mindset. Okay, so this is Atomic Habits. Um, I have not read it fully. Okay, but I keep on reading that, and it shows that how little steps every day leads to a bigger success, especially when you are building your career or rebuilding your career after a gap or after a break. And in fact, after my own break, I felt like very. I used to doubt myself. I used to be overwhelmed, and there was low confidence. Okay, and this book taught me that don't procrastinate the things, or just take small actions, small actions every time. So like I understood that, okay, I'll read new thing. So one book, maybe 20 minutes I used to spend reading a book. So that was one action point. Then updating my skills on career coaching, or on job search strategies, on what is resume, going deep dive into this complete game. Resumes, LinkedIn, networking. Read a lot of books. I will also keep on sharing more about what books I'm reading, and which book gave me what kind of insight regarding the job search. And while I talk about this book, these small actions which I took, like every small actions, learning maybe LinkedIn algorithms, or networking, or content building, how to build a content and everything, I gained confidence. Okay. And one more thing, that when I was taking small actions, I actually stacked a lot of habits within me. Okay. And I built it those habits for me, and that helped me move forward. Okay. Even for that matter, manifestation, and also yeah, practicing the interview skills in front of the mirror and talking with myself about how should I call, about how to just be confident while talking to the recruiter, and just manifesting and just bringing emotions that really I got a call from a recruiter, and those kind of things, visualizations and everything. I really did that. Okay. And I used to send one resume every day, and I used to make a list of companies I'm always aspire to work with, and then actually I used to do a lot, and that built habits for me, and that gave me a thing that I'm no more stuck and I'm no more lost. Okay. And these books actually have been being my mentors all through my time when I was depressed, and in fact when I'm guiding my clients every day, it is giving me more clarity, more deep diver information, and more knowledge and more words, in fact, whenever I feel stuck and whenever I feel like no, I'm not sure. So pick any of these to start with, and you can start with small. Okay. Just start with small and just start it, and don't procrastinate that. Okay, I just delay, so don't delay it. And there is no need to be perfect every time. There's no need. The only need is that you take small action every day, so be consistent in taking actions. That's most important thing.